What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on SOFI stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on.
And in today's video, first of all, I will show you where we are on the price chart and how we get there. Then I will continue with the fundamental news that might drive the price of this asset. And at the end of this video, I will share my thoughts and my technical analysis. And I will show you what should we expect next. So let's start with the price chart. I made my previous video right here at this very point and I've told you that this asset reached its crucial point at roughly $6 mark, and because of this I made an assumption that we completed the third wave, internal third wave, and this means we should see the retracement. And this retracement happened, as you can see, but it didn't hit the ranges which I defined in my previous video. It was the 0.382 at $5.71, 0.5 at $5.62, and the golden pocket range in between 5.5 and 5.53 dollars. And I think in this movement to the upside we completed all 5 waves, and because of this we had decent chances to see deeper retracement. And in my technical analysis I will show you what should we expect next and how we can benefit from this movement. But right now let's continue with the fundamental news. And first of all, let me show you this news. We are on investorplace.com and this article was published just 14 hours ago, and it says SoftBank just sold off SOFI stock. Here's why. CEO Masayoshi Son previously stated that he would take a defensive stance with his investment. And let me quote you these bullets. SoftBank has parted ways with its remaining shares of SOFI. The conglomerate owned 95.28 million shares as of the end of Q2. Shares of SOFI stock are down by more than 55% year to date. And why it is happening? Why it is happened? And I have to say that SoftBank doesn't have very good financial statements. And let me show you that during Q2 SoftBank reported a record loss of $23.4 billion, which was attributed to the values of its investment cascading lower. At the time, CEO Masayoshi Son noted that he would take a defensive stance in his investment and explained, "Our vision remains the same, our beliefs remain the same, but we know we have to reduce operational costs, including headcount. For new investments, we have to be more selective." And as you can see right here, SoftBank Vision Fund, that it is the fund from which they invested in third-party companies, reported a quarterly loss of $7.2 billion, less than the record of $17 billion lost sustained in Q2. Since Q1 of 2017, the Vision Fund and SoftBank's Latin America portfolio have now declined by $1.5 billion compared to a gain of $56 billion a year ago. The decline in the Vision Fund was led by an almost $100 million write-down to zero for the value of cryptocurrency exchange FTX. And definitely, as you can see, FTX and the crypto industry hit even the traditional markets, and SoftBank is one of these so-called targets, and that's why the sell-off of SOFI stock by SoftBank is nothing else but the fundamentally driven event that is not related to SOFI fundamentals, and that is directly related to SoftBank financials. That's why you cannot rely on this event as the major catalyst, negative catalyst for SOFI, because first of all, it already happened. And secondly, this event doesn't relate to the SOFI fundamentals. And let me show you another quite bullish news. It was published on Investor Place as well, and it says Vanguard doubled down on SOFI stock. And let me quote you these bullets. Vanguard purchased 4.85 million shares of SOFI during the third quarter. The exchange-traded fund manager is still the largest shareholder of the fintech company. Shares of SOFI stock are down by more than 55% year to date. And definitely this movement, this increase in their position, they increased its position by 7.82%, and they disclosed this information on November 14th. And right now they owned about $326 million in value, with the total amount of shares of roughly 66.8 million. This means I think this might be the long-term catalyst and the potential signal, potential bullish signal for investors that you probably might enter your position, because a lot of major investors are increasing their position if their own financial statements are quite strong. And this means we still have, let me show you right here, the consensus analyst price target at roughly $11.69, which implies almost 100% of upside potential in a matter of next 12 months. So, and let's continue with the technical analysis, but before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, what should we expect next from the price action? Definitely, if my assumption is correct and if we completed all 5 waves structure in here, definitely we might see the deeper retracement, and this retracement should have a shape of simple zigzag. If it is the case, probably we might have well, I don't think that it is the lowest point of the A wave. Probably we might hit some lower ranges. Then we should have a bounce to the upside to form our B wave. And then we should land somewhere lower in order to complete the C wave. And if it is the case, we have to pull the Fibonacci retracement tool from the bottom of entire wave to the top of entire wave, because 5 waves on a smaller scale, it is nothing else but a 1 wave on a greater scale. This means if my assumption is correct and if we will see this type of retracement, the ranges from 0.382, it is the price point of $5.76, through 0.5, it is $5.6, and the golden pocket range, it is the range in between $5.4 and $5.45 might be the ranges of accumulation your position. And as you can see right here, we have a very good confluence with the top of our first wave, and definitely we might see this range from around $5.5 to a bit lower ranges as the major range of support for this asset. And with the upcoming quite negative news for the market, and let me show you that we still have this bearish sentiment from some analysts, and they stated that the bigger picture is not so favorable for this type of companies, for this type of unprofitable financial companies, because the headwinds from the Federal Reserve hawkish policy is still on the table, and definitely because of this we might see much lower price targets for SOFI. And this analyst said that it could hit the ranges below $5 mark. So I don't think that we might hit it for the longer period of time. In the worst case scenario, I don't think that we might hit it. And as long as, let me show you on a slightly bigger picture, if I switch to 4 hours time frame, as long as this pivot holds the lowest point of this price section, we are still bullish and we have to form higher highs and higher lows. And in this case, definitely this retracement to the ranges of about $5.5 is a very possible ranges where you can accumulate the position, and the price targets are still the same. I have to say that in a long-term perspective we still have to break the range of $8.5 mark, but in a short-term perspective definitely we should break the previous swing highs, that is at roughly $6.26 mark, and right here at about $6.5 mark. And depending on your entry point, you might have up to 13 to maybe 18% of upside potential. And if this asset breaks this previous bottom, this invalidates the entire count, and in this case you have to put your stop loss slightly below this range at roughly $4.9, and it implies the downside potential for this asset of about 11.5%. So I think from the technical standpoint that's it for now. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad.